everybody. So today we're gonna continue with the fractions, and this is our last class on fractions. And if you have any questions from the previous classes as well about the fractions, we can go over that. We're just gonna do a little review today, basically combining all the operations on fractions and use that in one operation. Okay, so I'll give you a few examples here to work on right now. So a little review on fractions, combine all the operations together. I'll give you some time to work on them. So basically, just like we did in the previous 3 lectures or 4. So we're going to combine all the operations here. Okay, so let me give you okay, so there's a problem and something similar, 1/5.
The other day, the amount of ordering stuff online and deliveries in New York are different. There's a doorman sometimes, or
Okay, so we have multiple operations here. Now let's mix things up. Let's put maybe some addition. Maybe a multiplication here as well. So let's say 1 actually 1/4. And another problem, let's say okay, so we're gonna work on these problems. This basically recaps everything we learned about fractions, and we can also add some mixed numbers. Okay, for example, 4 plus 2 1/3 divided by 1/6. So all of operations with fractions, mixed numbers, all sorts of numbers together. All right, so let's go over these together. So the first one here, 2/3, 1/5, and multiply by 2/7. Okay, so what do you do first here according to the order of operations?
You could you divide.
That's right, and division before multiplication, that's left or right. And how do you do division of fractions again? Keep, change, flip, right?
Oh yeah, keep, change, flip, sorry.
That's right. Bring this down. At this point, we can multiply all at the same time, or we can finish
20 over 7. 20 over 27, sorry.
So it would be 10 over 21. Then we can multiply that by 2/7, which will be, let's see, 20 over 2 or 21 times 7, that would be
Wait, how did I get that? 3 times 1 times 7.
147, right?
I thought you said we could multiply all the way across also.
That's right, you can do that. So 2 times 5 times this.
Oh, 3 times 7 is 21. Okay, I don't.
So 20 times 7, that's 140 plus 7, 147, right?
Number of my notes.
Okay. So you could either multiply all across all these three together, or if you want to finish this one first, that's also fine. Okay, so the final answer is
I forgot to
120 over 147. Okay, there's another one. So the order of operations also apply. So obviously, where do we start from here?
the parentheses.
All right, PEMDAS. So we're using the order of operations, which is PEMDAS. So parentheses first, we have 1/5. And here we have 7. So 2 minus 1, 1, 7 stays the same. And we have the multiplication, just going to multiply across, so 1 over
35.
35. Next one, we have another mixed operation. So we have multiplication and division. So as always, we're going to do left to right. So whichever comes first is done first. We're going to multiply these first. Can we do anything here before we multiply the two?
You reduced 4, 4.
We cancel these
1.
out. We have 1 over 3 left. And bring this down. Now again, we're going to do keep, change, flip. Just like here, we did keep, change, flip.
1 over 3 times 3 over 2.
That's right, 3 over 2. And again, before multiplying, we can cancel out these
1,
three.
1.
Right, final answer is 1 over 2. Okay, so always again, before multiplying fractions, reduce them as much as possible. If you don't reduce here, you will have to reduce at the end, and the numbers get bigger. So it's better to reduce first before multiplying.
I notice when I'm going over my notes, it's like I'm doing so much working that when I'm going back over the notes, it's like it was hard for me to realize because of all the working that I did. Is like I would have to rewrite in order to.
You do too many steps. You don't simplify. You don't
No,
simplify.
I do simplify, but what I do is like I just write the problem out, and then like let's say with the reducing and the I just keep going. So then like when I'm going back to my notes and I'm trying to study, sometimes I might have forgotten what I did, and I can't really see properly or tell because of all the workings and everything that I did. So it's like at times I can't even figure out what the actual problem was to begin with. So I was stuck for a little while just now.
I see. So try not to do too many steps, more steps than necessary. So I try to give you the shortcuts here. And again, it helps when you simplify first right away, so you don't have more steps at the end. Okay, just try to follow the steps we do in the lecture. We try to give you the shortest ones possible.
That was part of my issues also. Like from the original problem that I wrote, when I crossed out, then when I went back, it was like, what was that even there that I did cross? Like,
okay. Yeah, it just takes practice, The more you practice, the better. But
I'm gonna just have to go back and watch all of the recordings again.
That's right. Yeah, they're not too long yet. It's worth watching before the homework. So that's good. All right, this problem here. So we have addition and multiplication. So what do we do first?
Multiplication.
That's right. So we're going to do this first before this. So again, the order of operation applies to fractions as well. So addition is here. The multiplication should be done first. So before multiplying these again,
we reduce. So that's
reduce by 2.
1,
22 once, 22 4, 2. So we can multiply 1 times 1 is 1.
1
5
over
times 2
10.
is
Now this one I got a little, because I didn't remember if we did addition of which is supposed to be the easiest one.
10. We did talk about the LCD, least common denominator.
Addition fractions.
Yeah, I believe we
Okay.
did. Yeah, that was 2 classes ago or so. Okay, so now we're down to
The
the
LCD
fractions. So we need the LCD, which is
30.
that's right. The LCD is 30. So you're gonna multiply this by 10. Here by 10.
This is another thing. I was looking at the problem like, where did those numbers come from? What was I doing? Like, oh.
This was where, yeah, so we need to make them the same. So, so we
So
have,
this is, so I do see it in my notes. This is exactly what I was stuck with just now. Like, where did the number at the side come from? What did I do? Like in a problem.
when we try to make the denominators the same as the LCD, so we need to figure out what to multiply by what to get 30. So here, times by 10. This one also, we need to make it 30, so we're going to times it by
3.
3 here, and also by 3. So we get 3 over 30. So now that we have the same denominator, we can go ahead and add. So we have 30 here and 33. I mean 13. And that's proper, can't reduce. That's the answer to that. So when we add or subtract, we must have the same denominator. When we multiply and divide, we don't need a denominator, common denominator. We just need to reduce first if possible. Okay, so that was that. We have this one here. We have addition and subtraction, so 5 over 3. So when you have addition and subtractions, which order do you do this?
The subtraction.
That's right, also left to right. So addition and subtractions are done left to right. Same with multiplication and division, left to right. Same here, we need a common denominator. What is the common denominator?
6.
That's right, so we're gonna make both of these 6. So to do that, we're gonna times this by
2.
2, also here by 2, and this one by
3.
3 and 3. Now we have 10 here, 1 times 3, that's 3. And bring that one down. By the way, we can do all at the same time. Also, you can find the common denominator for all of them, or you can do one by one. This would be the same thing. So let's continue finishing this one first, and then we're gonna add. This will be 6, 10, take away 3, that's 7, plus 2 over 5. Again, when we add, we have to have a common denominator. In this case, it will be
30.
That's right, 30. So we need to have the same denominator. We're gonna multiply this by
5.
That's right, by 5 here. Also here by 5, 5 and 5.
No, that one is 6.
And 6. 6 to get 30. 6 and 6. We have 35, 12. Finally, same denominator we can add. We add these two, we get
47.
47. This is an improper fraction. We can't
1
simplify it,
and
so we can say 30 into 47.
1 and 17 over 30.
That's right, 17 is the remainder. Okay, and last one. We have a mixture of whole number, mixed number, and a fraction, addition and division. So again, we're going to apply the order of operations as we learned before, and then we're going to apply whatever we learned about fractions in the past few classes. So 4 over 3. 2 1/3. Okay, so we have addition, division. Which one is done first?
You turn the whole into a fraction, put 4/1.
That's right. So the division is done before addition. So we're going to do the division first. To do the division first, we're going to make both of them fractions. This is we're going to turn it into
7.
2 times 3 plus 1. That's right. 7. Divide 1 6. Bring the 4 down. We're going to see what to do with addition later. We're going to finish this one first.
Okay. So 7/3 times 6/1.
That's right. So again, we have division. So we do keep, change, flip. Bring the 4 down.
We reduce 2.
That's right, by 3. So
1.
Plus into 6 twice. It's going to be 4 plus. Now we can multiply 7 and 2.
14/1
times is 1. You don't even need the 1 here. So you don't need to make them fractions 1/1. So that's a whole number, which is good. You can just ignore it. So we say 4 plus 14, which is 18. And that's the answer there. That's good. We didn't, the fractions canceled out. Okay, so this pretty much summarizes all what we've done in the past 3 lectures or so, from simplifying fractions to converting between mixed numbers and improper fractions, to multiplying and dividing, also adding and subtracting fractions. So fractions are very important. You're going to be seeing them more in this class, also the next class and the following class of the next semester. So because Math 1, when you go to Math 2, you're going to be using fractions.